Have you ever wondered how Ireland, a small island with a big personality, came to be? Well, let's take a step back in time, shall we? The story begins right after the last ice age, when the icy cloak that had enveloped the island melted away, revealing a land ripe for habitation. Enter the Celts, Ireland's first known inhabitants. Around 600 years before the birth of Christ, these ancient people crossed the seas, bringing with them a vibrant culture that still echoes in the heart of Ireland today. The Celtic influence is woven into the very fabric of Irish society, from the Irish language known as Gaelic, to the rich tapestry of mythology that infuses Irish storytelling. In this mythology, gods and goddesses, heroes and villains all danced across the stage of the Emerald Isle, their tales spun by the fireside, passed down from generation to generation. This heritage is a testament to Ireland's enduring love of story and song, a love you can still witness in every pub and every poetry reading across the land. But the Celts were not just storytellers, they were also skilled artists, warriors, and traders. Their intricate designs, their fierce spirit, their bustling trade routes, all left an indelible mark on the island, shaping it into the Ireland we know and love today. Thus began Ireland's journey, a land rich in history, culture, and myth. Ireland's course was dramatically altered in the 5th century. Do you know why? Well, it's all about a man named Saint Patrick. Known as the patron saint of Ireland, he brought Christianity to Irish shores. This marked a significant turning point in Ireland's history. The arrival of Christianity not only transformed the spiritual landscape of Ireland, but also its cultural and social fabric. Monasteries sprang up across the land, becoming influential centers of learning and culture. One such place was Glendalough, a monastic city renowned for its stunning natural beauty and historic significance. This era is often referred to as the Golden Age of Irish history, as it saw the flourishing of arts, learning, and spirituality. The monastic cities became the beating heart of Irish society, attracting scholars from far and wide, eager to delve into the rich tapestry of Irish culture. Christianity brought a new dimension to Ireland, transforming it into the island of saints and scholars. As we continue, if you're enjoying the video, please hit subscribe. What if I told you that Ireland was once a battleground for Vikings and Normans? Quite the turn of events from a peaceful island, isn't it? Around the 8th century, the Vikings, those seafaring Scandinavian warriors and traders, began to invade Ireland. They didn't just come for plunder, though. They set about reshaping the Irish landscape, establishing some of the first Irish towns including Dublin, Cork, Waterford, and Limerick. These Norse settlements became bustling centers of trade and craftsmanship. But the Vikings were not the only ones to set their sights on Ireland. Fast forward to the 12th century and enter the Normans. These descendants of Vikings, but now from northern France, launched the Norman conquest. They brought with them a new wave of change. The Norman influence seeped into Irish politics, prompting a shift in power dynamics. Local Irish kings who once held absolute power found themselves sharing control with Norman lords. But it's not all politics. The Normans also left a lasting imprint on Irish culture, influencing everything from architecture, like the majestic Trim Castle, to language. But here's the thing. Despite these invasions, these waves of change, Ireland's spirit remained unbroken. The Irish people, resilient as ever, adapted, evolved, and continued to shape their own unique identity. They embraced the new while holding on to their customs and traditions. Despite invasions and conquests, Ireland's spirit remained unbroken. That's the tale of a nation, that's the tale of Ireland. Ireland's struggle for freedom is a tale of resilience and courage. Are you ready to delve into it? Our journey begins in the late 16th century, when English rule was firmly established over the Emerald Isle. The English monarchs, in their bid to consolidate power, imposed strict measures known as the penal laws. These laws significantly curtailed the rights of the Irish, particularly the Catholic majority, affecting aspects of their life from education to property ownership. The 18th and 19th centuries saw Ireland plunged into a series of crises, with the Great Famine of the 1840s being the most severe. The catastrophic failure of potato crops, a staple food, led to widespread starvation and emigration. This period of immense suffering further fueled the Irish desire for independence. By the 20th century, the fight for independence had gained significant momentum. This struggle came to a head in the Easter Rising of 1916. A group of Irish nationalists rose against British rule, declaring an Irish republic. Though the rebellion was suppressed, it sparked a broader movement. In the aftermath of the Easter Rising, the War of Independence erupted. It was a brutal, guerrilla-style conflict that lasted from 1919 to 1921. These events culminated in the signing of the Anglo-Irish Treaty, leading to the establishment of the Irish Free State. This marked the end of centuries-long British rule, but not without a cost. The treaty's terms sparked a civil war, a tragic chapter in Ireland's fight for freedom. The story of Ireland's struggle is not just about the battles fought or the lives lost. It's about the resilience of a people, their deep-seated love for their land, and their indomitable spirit to rise above adversity. It's about a nation that, despite centuries of oppression, never lost its determination to be free. From rebellion to independence, Ireland's history is testament to its indomitable spirit. Now let's turn to modern-day Ireland. What makes it so unique and captivating? Ireland, once largely rural and agricultural, has transformed into a cosmopolitan, technologically advanced nation with one of the highest GDP per capita in the world. This economic growth has been dubbed the Celtic Tiger, a testament to the resilience and dynamism of the Irish people. But it's not just the economy that's booming. Ireland has an outsized cultural influence, particularly in the realms of literature, music and dance. It's the land of James Joyce, Samuel Beckett, and W.B. Yeats, who have collectively bagged 4 Nobel Prizes in literature. The traditional Irish music, with its evocative melodies and foot-tapping rhythms, has touched hearts worldwide. And who hasn't been mesmerized by the precision and energy of Irish step dance, brought to global attention by shows like Riverdance? Speaking of global attention, Ireland's natural beauty is nothing short of breathtaking. The towering cliffs of Moher, stretching for 5 miles along the Atlantic coast, are a sight to behold. And in the north, the Giant's Causeway, with its unique hexagonal basalt columns, creates a mystical landscape that stirs the imagination. But let's not forget the traditional Irish customs and festivals that add color and vibrancy to the Irish way of life. The most famous of these is undoubtedly St. Patrick's Day, celebrated on the 17th of March. Streets across the country, and indeed the world, turn green as people revel in parades wearing shamrocks and leprechaun hats, and of course partaking in a pint or two of the famous Irish stout. Ireland, a land of enchanting landscapes, rich history and vibrant culture, continues to charm the world. With its mix of modernity and tradition, Ireland provides a fascinating study of a nation that has not only survived adversity, but risen above it to carve out an identity that is unmistakably, irrefutably, and unapologetically Irish. So, what have we learned about Ireland's journey through time? We've journeyed from the Celtic origins of Ireland, a time when myth and legend were woven into the very fabric of society. We've seen the profound shift brought about by the introduction of Christianity, a faith that would deeply influence Ireland's culture and identity. We've navigated through the tumultuous times of Viking and Norman invasions, periods that brought conflict but also significant cultural exchange. We've borne witness to the long years of English rule, and the tenacious fight for independence that eventually birthed the Republic of Ireland. And finally we've arrived at modern Ireland, a vibrant nation that proudly carries its rich history while forging its own unique path in the contemporary world. From its ancient roots to its dynamic present, Ireland's story is a kaleidoscope of history and culture, making it a fascinating study for any history buff. If you enjoyed the video, please hit subscribe.